今集筆記指，我哋嘅目的地就喺馬尼拉湯都區入邊嘅兩個貧民窟。呢一區係馬尼拉人口密度最高，
Put your camera off when we reach the area.
亦都係全國最貧窮嘅高犯罪率地區。
Actually, that's the stigma that we want to break.
你準備好頭盔未啊？
我準備打醫。
因為你會俾人 headshot。睇錯先，冇事啊，我哋會安全歸來。呢度係manage 呢個區嘅，咁我哋先同佢打個招呼先咯。
The top barangay chairwoman who handles this area.
Okay. Thank you.
Continue.
So we are going to be Happy Land.
Yes,
now?
this is the way to Happy Land. We're just going to look for the traffic light because we need to cross this area.
Okay.
Anyway, we have a barangay police is going to assist us also.
Okay.
為咗安全同埋更深入了解 Tondos， 我哋事前聯絡咗當地嘅 local tour， 佢哋安排咗一個4小時嘅行程，可以俾我哋拍攝。
So this is how we do it. So we will just have a little bit stop over here. So this is the entrance going to Happy Land, but we are not going to take this first because we need to take this area going inside. Most of the people here, their livelihood activity is scavenging. So that's why along this way, you're going to notice that all the facilities here are junk shops. So they collect trashes all around Manila and then they segregate it from those that are still usable and recyclable and then they sell it here. So like this one, it only costs 4 pesos per kilogram. So that's why they have to collect much more of that cart or paper.
因為呢度曾經發生過火災，咁所以呢度就有一架防火會嘅車，佢哋係 volunteer 嚟嘅，咁就維持呢一度咯，即係希望唔好再有火災嘅出現咁樣。
People in the area, especially children, they're very used to seeing tourists like you. Sometimes they approach and ask for something from the tourists. So if you notice something like that, just don't give anything to them.
咁我哋即將就會進入 Happy Land 入邊㗎啦。咁 Tour Leader 咧都再三提醒我哋，有一啲地方咧係不能拍攝嘅，咁我哋都唔好立亂舉機影啦。咁同埋都要好好咁樣看管自己財物。咁佢都會叫我哋即係再三提醒要 be careful 啦。咁我哋進入啦。
So guys, this is a internet or Wi-Fi window machine because not all the households here can afford to have an internet connection at home. So they just come here, they put in 5 pesos for a 1 hour consumption of internet connection.
你會見到呢一個水機啦，咁佢哋係1蚊 peso 1樽。咁就因為咧唔係太多家庭咧都會有清潔嘅水飲用嘅，咁佢哋就會嚟呢度買水。Hi。佢哋係玩緊益力多樽同埋拖鞋板嘅羽毛球。Hi。Hello。
They like it having
佢哋好中意拍攝嘅。
We are approaching the area where taking photos is prohibited. Put your camera off when we reach the area.
Okay.
This is the Pagpag area where all those leftover chickens from the fast food chains are being brought by the scavengers who collected them.
炸雞喺菲律賓非常受歡迎，不過呢一啲習以為常嘅食物都係貧民買唔起嘅 dream food。Tapa 就係收集炸雞嘅廚餘，再清洗加入調味，重新烹調成為 Tongdu's 特有嘅風味。
Ano ko na siya, papatulo na. Ngayon, mga 5 minutes.
She soaks the chicken in the water. She drains it, then washes again, and then drains it. And then after that, she will mix all with the spices.
How many times she will wash it?
Ilang beses mo raw hinuhugasan ay?
3 beses.
3 times. So she pioneered the pagpag here. And she said that she's open earlier, but only a few hours it was sold out.
呢一鍋咧就係 ready to cook 嘅雞啦，咁而後邊呢一隻雞咧就係喺 supermarket 嗰度咧就攞翻嚟嘅，因為佢就過咗 best before 啦，咁 supermarket 就掉咗出嚟啦，咁啊明天咧就會整成 Tapa 就再賣出去噶啦。咁佢今日5點鐘開始 cook 啦，咁然之後已經賣晒噶啦所有 Tapa， 所以而家12點咧佢已經係收檔啦。
菲律賓超過80%人口信奉天主教，法律禁止離婚同墮胎，生育率更加係全東南亞之冠。高速嘅人口增長，但係就冇換嚟相對應嘅經濟紅利。
As you can see, there are a lot of wires. Because some of the households here doesn't have electric connection to the company. Just have sub-meter. Original meter from the company, you just have to pay 11 pesos per kilowatt hour. In a sub-meter, you're going to pay now 25 to 30 pesos per kilowatt hour.
如果佢哋想即係當日想食一餐比較好少少嘅，呢度其實都有炸雞啊，會有麵啊，咁其實大概60至到80蚊 peso 就會有一餐㗎啦。而家我哋大概時間就係12點零啦，咁好多店鋪咧都開始陸陸續續關門㗎啦，因為原來咧佢哋起身嘅時間都比較早嘅，7點鐘左右就起身啦。而家我哋都見到零零星星嘅，仲有開檔嘅，咁會見到可能會有啲新鮮嘅蔬果都可以喺呢度買到嘅，因為呢一度咧係比較遠啊，距離即係 market 比較遠，咁所以佢哋通常都會喺翻自己呢一度 sell 嘅。咁跟住隔離呢檔已經關咗門啦，本身呢檔係賣雞嘅。咁前面亦都有一啲小食檔咁樣。
早喺60年代，菲律賓經濟開始發達，大量人口湧到首都馬尼拉從事建造業。但係工作之後，佢哋並冇返到自己嘅城市，而係繼續留喺馬尼拉揾工作機會。
Because as the population exponentially increases, so it's one of the projects of the government to give sustainable housing to the people of Manila. Earlier in the Happy Land, as you can see, there are some parts of it that are covered with the temporary housing and the permanent housing.
So these are water pipes. So some of the households here don't just consume the water directly from here, especially if it is for drinking. So they just have to boil it first before they can drink it.
Hello。
Hello, Nanay. So this is garlic peeling. Anak mo pa siya.
Christmas tree. Christmas lights。好，咁我哋可以入去睇一睇佢哋居住嘅環境。咁呢位女士咧，屋企係有9位小朋友嘅，而家就有5位咧係跟住佢生活，另外有4位係跟前夫嘅。
Bahay namin, bigay ni Chairman.
咁佢哋係政府咧 租借咗呢一間屋俾佢哋嘅，其實係借呢間屋俾佢哋啦。咁佢哋係可以免費居住喺呢一度嘅。咁佢同先生就係瞓喺地下呢一層，咁上面仲有一層嘅就係5位小朋友就係瞓上面嘅。
This is just the ladder that they are using.
哦
Can I open your light? Open your light.
我想上去睇下先。哦，我要好小心啊，因為呢度破則。OK。哦，好，我擺喺呢度。I go, I get in. Okay. Yeah. Hi. Can I? Yeah. Thank you. How many sisters you have? Okay, and then one brother. Three brother. 咁呢個係佢哋居住嘅地方。女女喺呢度，咁仔仔就瞓呢邊嘅。咁但係因為仔仔而家唔喺度，我哋唔好開佢哋房間啦，因為未問佢哋。咁有一個少少嘅裝飾喺呢度嘅。咁入到上嚟會有少少似我哋一個香港形容為一個小嘅閣樓仔啦。咁係坐到大概，如果我嘅 size 坐到2個人，咁入邊呢一度女仔嘅 size 就大概可以瞓到我咁樣嘅的式 size 嘅3個女仔咁樣咯。Upstairs. Here. Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. 好，啱啱落翻嚟，唔知自己影咗啲咩，好驚俾 Marco 鬧。西利上面，你有個女仔喺度嘅，你想唔想嚟？
唔好啦，我如果有呢個算。
下邊呢層就其實如果以我呢個高度都差唔多頂到，咁所以如果以呢位女士嘅丈夫，佢哋應該係要污住身喺呢一度生活嘅，咁所以佢大多數嘅時間都會係坐喺出邊度乘涼嘅。咁但係佢哋其實都係有生活態度喺度嘅，即係上面都係一樣係擺咗花啦，呢度都一樣係擺咗花嘅。呢度成間屋都係冇窗嘅 ，size 就大概亦都係一個車位咁大咯，我嘅手掌。我對鞋好忙啊，變咗做貓貓嘅床，好搞笑啊佢！阻止佢先。哎呦 ，thank you，sorry。哎呦，sorry。
Earlier, you just saw one rooster in here, and you can see a lot of rooster.
呢度有一間網吧。
So this is a cockfighting area. Cockfight happens here every Sunday afternoon.
菲律賓人非常中意鬥雞，政府甚至授權可以舉辦24小時線上鬥雞比賽。喺 Happyland 每逢星期日都會鬥雞，贏嘅嗰邊除咗可以贏錢，仲可以將對方嘅雞攞走作為食糧。
呢度就係鬥雞嘅場所啦，其實都係 one of 佢哋個 playground 咁樣，有小朋友喺度玩緊。
Happyland means, it's a Visayan word, means dump site. Originally Happyland, Hapilam. The residents there changed the name to something positive. That's why instead of Happyland, they called it Happyland. In the past years, 1990s, we can say that it's not safe. People are afraid, even the taxi drivers, if you ask them, I am going to Tondo, they'll just plain ignore you. So, but as your experience as well earlier, people are smiling, people are so cheerful, they're receiving the guests well. Yeah. So actually, it's kind of ironic, right? But they're living up the name of the Happyland.
距離 Happyland 大概5分鐘車程，我哋就到咗位於2個貧民窟中間嘅 Paradise Heights。
咁我身後 後嘅呢一堆 buildings 咧，其實就係類似香港公屋咁樣嘅概念啦。咁一啲住喺貧民窟嘅人民咧，其實佢哋係可以申請遷入嚟呢一邊嘅。咁但係當然啦，其實佢哋嘅公屋啦，同我哋一樣啦，需求同埋供應咧都係唔成正比啦。咁但係亦都係有另一個原因咧，令到 Happyland 嘅人民咧居住唔到入嚟嘅，因為佢哋呢一度咧係需要每個月都要俾3000 peso 先至可以搬入嚟嘅。咁呢度環境其實明顯係好好多。裏邊有一啲好似開緊演唱會嘅聲音喺隔離嗰邊嗰個類似球場嘅地方，但係好歡樂嘅。但係依家只不過係平日嘅晏晝，佢哋已經開 party 啦。溫度好熱，我諗睇緊溫度30幾度啦，35、6咁樣啦。主要係要 keep 住打醒10月份精神，好緊張。問我問題咯，好緊張喺呢度。有咩緊張啫？我驚 miss 咗任何一樣嘢咯，即係呢一度嘅每一個觀察都好緊要咯。而我哋又唔係好足夠嘅時間去行呢個社區。咁我好想喺最短嘅時間呢一日入邊記錄晒所有嘢俾你哋咯，因為我期待咗呢個行程好耐咯，好想好好咁樣記錄。我哋而家就去緊 Smoky Mountain 啦。
Unlike Happyland, this is not that congested. Most of them cannot afford to pay for monthly rentals for house. So they asked permission from the barangay government to live here for free.
喺80年代 ，Smoky Mountain 曾經係大型嘅堆填區，直到1995年正式停運。呢一度嘅拾荒者會用焚燒棄置電線同埋電子垃圾嘅方法嚟回收金屬，而 Smoky Mountain 呢一個名就正正係用嚟形容當時所產生嘅有毒煙霧。
Yes, thank you. 呢個係佢哋居住嘅地方，咁我入嚟先。
睇唔睇到？
呢度係冇燈嘅，因為佢哋個電係暫時唔 work 啦，已經。咁我見到有燈嘅，不過係冇電咯，呢度係。咁佢哋係住呢度。佢哋床墊已經係破爛咗。How about water?
Go to the down swimming pool.
Oh, swimming pool. Get clean water? 啊。如果要形容。我覺得呢一度佢哋房間入邊嘅情況其實係比下邊 Happyland 更加惡劣啊！因為佢哋呢度基本上係連一個地板都冇，佢哋就係喺一個泥土上面睡覺。
Barangay 105, where the Happyland is, and Barangay 128, where the Paradise Heights and the Smoky Mountain is. Actually, they're close to the population. No? They're somewhere between more or less 24,000 each.
Kaya dumami ang tao dito dahil doon sa kahirapan.
Okay, because of poverty and some of the original families that settled here called their extended families as well, no, because here is relatively cheaper than where they are before. So that's why Smoky Mountains population exponentially expanded. Said that her husband also scavenges in the area.
Pananim. Yun yung mga pinagkakatipan.
So some are scavengers, some plants here so they can eat and sell.
Sometimes one day, 1/8.
So she said that it's okay to live in here. Here is a peaceful community. They are not scared and they are contented with what they have.
I give you English, Chinese,
係佢哋有一本字典啊！佢哋呢一本嚟自香港嘅字典，就係喺上面 Smoky Mountain 垃圾山嗰度揾到嘅。我哋沿路行上嚟呢個山上面咧，其實唔係真係一個山嚟嘅。我哋踩緊嘅，見到滿地都係泥土咧，下邊全部都係垃圾，因為以前咧呢度係一個堆填區，咁就係靠泥土封住下邊嘅垃圾嘅。Hello. Okay. Hi. Hi. 係一個車，佢哋好聰明啊！佢哋係用咗一個車胎嚟做一級啊。Sleep。OK 喺入邊。佢哋喺入邊睡覺嘅，係會喺呢個地方瞓覺，亦都會喺入邊瞓覺嘅。How many people living here? Eight kids. Eight. And then you and husband. Okay. 即係有10個人係住喺呢度嘅，一眼睇晒佢嘅屋企係一個 L 型嘅建設。呢邊係瞓覺嘅，呢邊都係瞓覺嘅。Washroom 咧就要去翻出邊。
Punta kasi wala naman kaming alam na paglilipatan.
Okay, so they will stay here as long as the government permits, no, because she was saying that the land is not theirs, no, so if they will be relocated, they don't know where to go.
Kaso ang mahal po sa amin ilaw, tubig.
So they do not pay for the rent, but instead the expensive ones are their electricity and water.
Ng 6 o 7.
1,000?
Week lang, 700.
700 per week. So the water, it depends, no, the electricity and the water on how they consume it. But on average, they spend 700 pesos on the water and another 700 for electricity.
This is their house洗手間。咁佢哋嘅廚房都係喺埋呢一度噶啦。咁都係好簡單，其實係搭咗一啲木架喺度，跟住一塊布喺度。咁喺呢度建築出嚟嘅屋咧，其實都係運用翻山上面嘅垃圾啦。好似我而家身後呢一個用嚟愛嚟間隔嘅咧，其實係床褥入邊嘅彈弓咯。咁佢哋每一家家戶戶都係用呢一個嚟做分隔嘅。呢度就係 Smoky Mountain 嘅高處啦，咁周圍都有滿布垃圾咧，係尚未俾泥土封蓋住嘅。咁喺呢度味道就比較濃烈翻少少啦。如果硬要形容嘅話，你就幻想係屋企有3日3夜嘅廚餘，你未丟棄，然後你塞個頭入去垃圾袋，聞咗一下嘅嗰種味道啦，係濃烈嘅呢一度。咁亦都四周都有見到燒垃圾嘅痕跡啦，所以其實都有陣燒焦味喺呢一度嘅。
由02年起，就有民間組織自發成立基金，協助改善湯都區居民嘅福利。今次我哋參加嘅 Local Tour， 亦都致力為湯都區兒童提供糧食、教育、醫療等等支援。
Here in the Smoky Tours, all of our proceeds are going to them. There are many high school, grade school and high schools in here, no, and it's for free. But even if the education is free, the books, the transportation, the food, everything else is expensive, no. So foundations like us, we're doing the best that we can to support them in their education. You can see the development, you can see the progress, no. Some families that we're working here, we're handling them over a decade. No, so we can see the progress. No, we can see the development that once upon a time they're here, but now they're here.
第2日咧就想再去多一次 Happyland， 因為咧尋日就即係睇嘅嘢就覺得唔夠多啦，所以今次咧就希望可以自己入去再睇多次嘅。盡力啦，影到幾多就幾多啦。依家咧係早上6點零嘅 Happyland， 明顯係靜咗好多。清晨嘅 Happyland 有雞啼啊，而啲烏蠅都可以猖狂好多喎，佢哋早上。Morning， 我發現佢哋真係好早起身。Hi 早上嚟到咧，就剛好可以係撞正佢哋處理 Papa 嘅時間啊！佢哋清理 Papa 嘅環境啦。入呢邊咯，呢度咯。係啊，呢度唔拍得。哦，OK。咁畢竟咧，今次得我哋2個人入嚟啦，所以咧，我哋都個境界生活多少少嘅，即係我哋都只係夠膽行翻我哋行過嘅路啦，就唔好亂行啦，因為始終呢個係人哋嘅地方，可能有一啲環境上面嘅嘢，或者有一啲部分佢哋唔想被拍攝嘅，咁我哋都係跟翻 tour 嘅路線去參觀會比較好啲。Hi，Hello，
Ano pangalan？
哦，係，我哋見翻尋日嗰位老闆娘，佢處理緊 Papa 啦。咁我哋依家，哇！你頭先影唔到佢倒出嚟嗰盆水啊！啱啱我見到一個大概目測13、14歲嘅女仔，佢係懷孕。呢度連貓貓都係好瘦㗎。Hello。Hello。
有咩 black？ black。
Black。我唔知佢講乜添。哦。I don't know how to play。佢哋好直接就將佢哋嘅感受咧，就喺個面上面反映咗出嚟。即係如果佢哋笑哈哈擺晒 pose， 即係代表佢係願意俾你拍攝。What are you watching? Can I see? 我睇下你哋睇咩先 ？TikTok。哦，佢哋係睇 TikTok 嘅。同埋佢哋係染咗髮㗎。其實係大人同埋小朋友，佢哋都非常熱情啊！佢哋會一路跟住我咯，咁就係想同我玩。拜拜！但係只要我同佢哋講拜拜咧，佢哋就會同我講拜拜，即係唔會纏住嘅。佢哋知道嘅咁樣啦。
How old are you?
29。29 Yep 係咪太老啦？佢問我幾多歲，佢好似有少少失望。而家我哋有少少咧唔知點算好，因為咧即係我哋一路行過嚟都大家都頗友善嘅，但係咧有一位女士咧不停咁樣跟住我哋啦，咁我哋由街頭跟住街尾啊，跟住我哋街尾唔夠入去啦，跟住然之後佢又由街尾跟翻我哋出嚟呢個街中間啦，咁佢全程都係翹埋雙手咁樣望住我哋。 矛盾啊個心情，好想行，但係又有驚咁樣，唔知點樣咁樣。驚。哦，佢就
over there. Oh,
嗯
keep going. Yeah. Ah, thank you. 好，我哋走先。
走先，死跟佢。可唔可以叫嗰個男仔帶我哋去啊？其實唔好啊，
唔好相信任何人。
唔好想咗佢。OK，我加快咗步伐啊！
我都係。
佢都係咁跟住我哋。
就咪仲喺後邊。
我用鏡頭做到後鏡嚟睇住先。嗨，唔好意思，好敷衍我呢個嗨。我都係。咁我哋係咪要離開啊？
起碼都離開佢嘅視線先。
即係唔友善咯。我唔知點樣講。
唔係唔友善啊，有啲佢係有啲蠱惑嘅，我覺得。
OK， 好，我哋急步離開，急步離開，過到對面街先算，好冇？小心車啊！好嗱，我哋而家出返嚟大馬路，出緊嚟仆街，唔係喎，跟緊喎，哇，急步跟啊！點解佢要跟住我哋咧？其實。等我用個鏡頭睇睇先。等前面堆人，我哋算唔算？
等佢過啦先。佢又企翻落我再嚟啦。
我哋係咪應該開咗車先咧？
好，我哋快走係嘛？
快走啦！可以點啊？你好驚啊！唔好笑啦！我驚到心肝仔噗噗跳啊！好震撼！今日所有見到嘅嘢都好震撼。所有人俾我嘅 comment 都係話：千祈唔好嚟，好危險。甚至有人形容呢度係一個 no return 嘅地方，即係只要我入咗去咧，入邊會有謀殺啦，會有綁架啦，會有罪案嘅發生啦。咁咧入到去真係的確好多小朋友同我打招呼啦，跟住同我講嘢啦，問我咩名啊，喺邊度嚟啦咁樣，但係就完啦。佢哋純粹係真係想同我 make friends 咁樣啦，甚至有啲小朋友衝過嚟攬住我啦，同我 high five 啦咁樣。喺佢哋世界上面從來都冇。我本來諗咗一堆好邪惡嘅入去咯，但係其實佢哋世界好單純咯。
你有咩唔
嚇我唔知啊，我唔想形容佢哋為好慘，但係但係佢哋又真係好似幾慘咁樣。即係我覺得如果佢哋有得揀嘅話，可能佢哋會生活得好啲咯。我覺得佢哋係甚至連一個向上遊嘅機會都冇咯，即係一個好漫長嘅路咯，即係到底要10年、20年、30年先至能夠改善。咁但係我哋今日見到嘅小朋友可能已經長大成人啦，又生咗一堆小朋友出嚟啦。咁到底幾時佢哋先至有一個好 proper 啲嘅地方去居住呢？所以其實今日我哋見到嘅小朋友，我都幾肯定佢哋嘅下一代其實都係繼續住喺呢度咯。成日啲人都話個個人都係平等㗎啦，個個生出嚟都係人就係平等㗎啦咁樣。其實唔係咯，佢哋喺垃圾堆入邊揾嘢食，佢哋問我敢唔敢試，我都唔敢啦。講咩平等啫，即係咯，即係我有種咁嘅感觸係，原來自己真係好幸福咁樣咯。 佢哋喺呢度係可以踩上去啲墓地。廚房嘅後邊咧，其實都係裝滿咗先人嘅骸骨嘅。就係但求有一個瓦遮頭啦，有個地方比較安靜可以容身。啱啱就起咗一副骸骨上嚟，要擺翻另一副新嘅落去啦。
多謝你睇米子啊！記得 comment、share 同埋 like 我哋嘅片，仲要撳埋個鐘仔添啊！